Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rochelle and this is the Brampton Gardener. So today I am starting a brand new series on my channel called Plant of the Week. So this week we're going to be talking all about snapdragons. So the other night I was sitting on the deck and I was looking out and everything's really, just starting to come into its own. It's starting to bloom. Got a lot of stuff that's not quite there yet, but a lot of things that are blooming. And for some reason I was sitting on the deck and I could see these and they just did something. I was just like, oh, those snapdragons are really doing it for me this week. So I thought I'd just focus a little bit about these snapdragons. I have absolutely no idea what variety they are. I got them March of 2020. I took my daughter and we went to Seedy Saturday, which is an event put on by the city. It's all across North America and you can look it up on their website. I'll post a link down below. And it's just kind of like a little trade show for people that can come in and sell seeds. They have seed swaps. There's usually a little section for kids with some crafts or start a seed of their own, put a little seed in a pot or something like that. So check out Seedy Saturday if you haven't been. It's really fun. It's fun to take the kids. And it's something nice. It's usually in February or March when there's nothing else going on garden-wise. It's nice to get out. Be sure to check out your local area and check out your Seedy Saturday. So I got a package of seeds that were 25 cents and they said snapdragons. So I started them last year in some strawberry containers outside. I did the winter sowing method and I had no idea how well they would do. And I think I had 100% germination because I had so many snapdragons last year. It was crazy. And my mom always loved snapdragons. She always loved the smell. They had a sweet kind of bubblegum smell. And I've grown them before, but usually I would just buy a cell pack, 6 snapdragons, stick them in the bed, whatever. But honestly, mass planting snapdragons, it's a sight to behold. It is absolutely amazing. They're beautiful. And they start blooming early in the summer, and they bloomed all through summer. And I know a lot of people say that they don't take the heat very well, but mine, we had record-breaking heat last summer. It was the hottest summer we've had in 50 years. They bloomed through the whole thing. I kept them well watered. They bloomed like crazy. They bloomed through the first frost and snow. And I knew they were cold hardy. Lisa Ziegler talks about them in her book Cool Flowers. So it is a cold hardy annual. And I read about it and I believed her. But sometimes you have to see it with your own eyes to truly understand how cold hardy these plants really are. And so we had snow in October, and then we had some more snow in November, and we had a foot of snow out in the front from the snowbank sitting on the snapdragons. And the snow melted a few days later. It wasn't here to stay for too long. And I figured, the garden would be done at that point. The tomatoes were done, peppers were done, everything else was done. Lo and behold, the snapdragons were still blooming, and so was the alyssum. So they were excellent. They were a lot hardier than I had expected. So that was really exciting. Another thing that I found very exciting was they overwintered. So this batch that you see right here that are tightly planted, I didn't plant any of these. These all self-seeded from last year. So when I came out in the spring, there were little tiny seedlings all along. And I was like, oh my goodness, we're gonna have lots of snapdragons. And all of this alyssum as well, self-seeded. I did not plant any alyssum this year as well. So a lot of this patch here is the smaller section that has self-seeded. And this patch over here to my other side, which I will show you in a minute on the camera, it all came back. The rootstock, this spring when I came out and I was checking my garden, I pulled back and I was like, oh, there's roots still, and there's multiple branches coming off the old plant. So I had expected them to self-seed, but I had not expected the whole plant to survive the winter. And we did have a pretty mild winter. I'm in a zone 5B, 6A. So last year I would definitely say was more of a 6A winter. And I don't know if they're gonna go another round. I don't know how long I'm gonna have them for, but they do self-seed. So once you get a nice big patch of them and you have them where you want them, they're pretty self-sufficient. So I'm really, really happy with them. They're absolutely beautiful. I have all different colors. I'm only kind of sad that I don't know what variety they are. But that's all right. I've been watching, I know Madame Bronze is a big, people are big fans of all these different varieties of snapdragons. So I might have to try a few other varieties and see, but for now these are just my mystery Snapdragons, and I've been really happy with them. So I'm going to show a little bit of footage of them from last year and from the seed stage in a minute, and then at the end of the video I'm going to talk more about seed saving and how you can get your hands on some of these seeds. So let's go back to spring of 2020. I never thought I'd hear myself say that. So I used the winter sowing method in these strawberry containers, and it worked absolutely great last year. And I planted them out. They didn't need a whole lot of care. I fertilized weekly. I had them in full sun, and I gave them plenty of water, and they just performed all season long. I couldn't believe how pretty they were, especially in mass. Normally I'm one that's a fan of color blocking, but just seeing them all mixed together was beautiful. They also lasted really well in cut flower arrangements, so I was really happy to use them throughout the entire season. They were so pretty. You're going to see them after we got hit by some snow, and you can see the green up here there. It's just still going fine. And then I was out this spring in March, and we still had some snow on the ground, and I saw this, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I had some seedlings coming up, and I had the actual plants coming back from the original stock, and I was thrilled. You can see all the tiny little seedlings there coming up and around. And I did start a few in my soil blocks. You can see they're my little Snapdragons. And most of those I ended up planting either in the front yard or in planters, because I had so much that came back in the flower beds. So I was surprised. I was happy. And I find that these seeds are just really hardy plants. And I am happy to share them with whoever I can. Okay, so over here, I'm just going to show you down in between. This is my other patch. They've been blooming for quite a while. I am going to let these guys here go to seed. I will prune off some of the other ones so I keep getting more flowers. But as you can see here, this is one plant. This here is all one plant, and it came back from last year. And it has all of these multiple branches coming out on it. And then you can see the difference over here with these smaller sunflowers, Snapdragons. See, they're a lot thinner, wispier, so you can tell that these are the first year. Oh, what do we have here? I don't think so. Nice try. And all of this alyssum self-seeded from last year, it came back. And then we have a few more Snapdragons up here, and this one here is just really pretty. It's just like this really dark, deep red. But you can see easier up here because there's only a few. The branching that's happening on that. So you can see there's one plant there. This is all off the same plant. So all this right here, all that you're seeing right there, that's one Snapdragon plant from last year that came back. So that's how incredibly big they get. I'm really hoping they make it next year. But while I'm up here, I'm just going to show you something very exciting. Somebody decided to bloom yesterday. Welcome to the family. My first zinnia bloom of 2021, and isn't she sweet? So like I mentioned, these are very prolific. They reseed very easily. If you can look here, you'll see these little green pods here after the flower dies off. This is where the seed pods are going to grow. So these will go brown, and once they're brown and kind of papery, they'll get 3 little holes will pop open in them, and it kind of looks like a little monkey face or a skull. They're kind of cool. And inside are the tiniest little seeds you've ever seen, and each one of these pods holds a ton of seeds. So one stalk like this with with the seed pods on it would be enough seeds for you for like probably the next several years. So I will be saving seeds off of mine. They will be mixed colors, so just kind of randomly picking seeds. I will be picking 5 winners to get some free seeds. You do have to be in US or Canada, and I will be sending those out. So if you want to enter that contest, you need to comment down below, and then you need to make sure you click the like button and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you're notified when I do the random draw, which won't be for a few more weeks because I gotta wait until these start to go to seed, but I will be doing a seed giveaway for every plant of the week that I choose to do throughout the rest of the summer. So you want to make sure that you do hit that notification bell so that you can have the chance to win one of who knows what, because I don't even know yet which plant of the week. It's just going to be whichever plant just kind of strikes my fancy that week, and I'm going to do a little highlight video on it and explain a little bit more about how to grow it, growing conditions, and more information about each of the plants that I highlight that week. So this week is episode 1, Snapdragons. Thanks for watching. Summer. So keep tuned every, hopefully Friday. So keep tuned